everyone, my name is Louisa and I'm the Senior Strategic Manager at BMF Singapore. As you guys know, we already launched our mental health campaign, Mindful Magic, MFMG 2023, which will run from 10th of October until 9th of November. So please pledge if you haven't already done so. For every pledge that we receive, $2 will be going to Silver Ribbon and the Singapore Association for Mental Health. Please support us if you can. I'm going to introduce Miss Porsche Po. She's extremely busy, but she has taken the time to come all the way down today. So thank you so much. She is a passionate advocate for mental health in Singapore and also the Executive Director for Silver Ribbon.
Hi everyone, I'm Porsche, Executive Director of Silver Ribbon Singapore, a charity organization to combat mental health stigma and encourage early help. And I'm grateful to Louisa's and team to talk about mental health in commemoration of World Mental Health Day. I'm all ready for your questions.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask a few questions about the mental health landscape in Singapore, and Porsche is going to share her thoughts on it. So first question, so there were two recent news articles that really spoke volumes on the state of mental health in Singapore. In July, it was reported there were an alarming 476 suicides in 2022, which is the highest over 20 years. And just last month, an MOH survey also showed that poor mental health is increasing in Singapore. So I find this rather alarming and concerning. So based on your expertise, right, what do you think is leading Singaporeans down this path?
I have 2 points of views, both positive and negative. Let me talk about the negative one. Sure. Of course, like when people see all these figures and like what you say, it's very alarming. And alarming enough to catch your attention. Yeah. And that's how your team see the need to work on mental health. And why don't we view it positively in a way that, yes, we have the figure, what are we going to do about the figure? So you see a lot of coverage and everybody talking about it. By talking about it and having a conversation on mental health, it gets everybody to pay attention. Yeah. Like for example, this talk show that we have, after viewing, hopefully, it can challenge your mindset. Are you taking good care of your mental well-being? How about the people around you? Are they coping well? So, yeah, negative and positive. Negative, yes, it's happening, it's real, and mental health is important. And let's talk about it. And the positive one, yes, is treatable. Everyone is treatable. And that's why we have this conversation, encouraging people to talk about it, to speak up, and to seek help early.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue of talking about it is quite taboo in Singapore, especially in Chinese families, where you are supposed to be strong. If you show that you can't work, or you fear that your employers might say, hey, other people can do it, how come you cannot do it? So it's a very taboo topic. So I think we need to, destigmatize it and just make everyone understand that it's okay not to be okay. Right?
Yeah, agree totally with you. Normalize this topic.
Yeah, and make it like a casual conversation that everybody can share about readily without fear of being judged by other people, right?
Yeah. Especially due to our culture. And like what you say, Chinese, or whether I have friends from different community, they are also having some stigma about like having the concern about sharing. By sharing, will people judge me? Yeah. How will people view my ability?
So Porsche, the last question I have for you is, with the Singapore government adding more mental health care support into the Healthier SG initiative, I'm sure more avenues for mental support will be provided progressively. But to really drive the message across on this, can you share with us 3 key reasons why locals should start paying more attention to their mental health?
First of all, as you know, it's a taboo to talk about mental health in Singapore, the local society. So many people tend to neglect or default their treatment because of stigma or whatever. And secondly, according to the second Singapore mental health study led by Institute of Mental Health, 1 in 7 Singaporeans have a mental health condition. And thirdly, as you mentioned earlier on, about the suicide rate, which is one of the highest, that is like 476. And this is very alarming. So there's a need to talk about mental health, especially when WHO, that's World Health Organization, actually describe mental well-being as the ability to achieve your daily goals, to manage normal stressor, and to live a productive life.
Thank you, Porsche, for sharing. Thank you.
So Louisa, it's so kind of you to talk about, willing to talk about postpartum depression. So what actually happened?
I think after I gave birth, I was feeling like a whole sort of different range of emotions, from being so sad, from crying randomly, from being so worried over my son, whether or not he was being fed enough. I was also very irritable, very anxious. Didn't feel like meeting my friends because I just wanted to be alone. So yeah, I don't know. What are these symptoms? Do you think they are more baby blues, or do you think they're more postpartum depression?
Actually, I love your question, because like many people, women after giving birth, they're quite confused.
Yes.
And exactly having the same question like you, baby blues or postpartum depression. So in general, we talk about the signs and symptoms. You have disturbed sleep, poor appetite, mood, you have low mood, or you have mood swings.
I don't really have low moods, more like mood swings, I think. Like one minute I'll be super happy, and next minute I'll be like crying on the bed, why like that?
So these are some of the signs. And for baby blues, it lasts for a few days. So for postpartum depression, it's more intense and lasting. And on top of that, you might be crying for no reason, and you have difficulties in bonding with the baby.
Difficulties in bonding with the baby? Not really. That one I think I was okay.
So you were okay. So you are not actually having a disorder yet, because it's not affecting your daily routine?
I mean, I was sluggish, I was tired, I was anxious, but I wouldn't say that I was lying in bed 24/7. I was still going about my day.
Yeah. So usually, how do we define a disorder? When it start affecting your daily routine, affecting your relationship with your family, and you were sharing that you were receiving a lot of support from your friends, your husband, and your mom. So you are still connecting with them, and thereafter you move on with your life.
Yes. I think it's really important to have a very strong network of friends, family, and people that you can really rely on when you're upset, because that really helped me a lot.
But what is your advice for those who are not as fortunate or blessed as you, having all the strong support, and they are like struggling with very limited support, and they have no insight of even postpartum depression? What is your advice to them?
Go to Silver Ribbon.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I really
go to
appreciate
Porsche.
that.
Go to Porsche.
Thank you so much. So for Silver Ribbon, we actually provide free counseling service. Why free? Because a lot of people are worried about the cost. Often they will say, I'm not coming forward because I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. No worries. Come over to Silver Ribbon, and we'll ensure our conversation will be a confidential one. No worries about that. Now, come forward and seek help. There's a whole list of mental health agency around in Singapore. Help is available. Seek help early. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time, and thank you, Porsche, so much for all your support and all your kind words of encouragement. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time today and for watching this segment. We hope that this video has helped you understand a little bit more about the mental health landscape in Singapore. If you need any mental health support, or you know someone who is in need of it, please go to Silver Ribbon or Singapore Association for Mental Health. So as you guys know, we are still running Mindful Magic, which will end on the 9th of November. We really hope to elevate mental health awareness in Singapore by running this campaign, and we hope that you can support us by just pledging. And for every pledge we receive, $2 will be going to Singapore Association for Mental Health, as well as Silver Ribbon. Happy World Mental Health Day, and see you soon, and take care. Bye.